Hi, my name's Eric Hawkins, and this is my first video for a long time. You can find some of my old ones which are on YouTube. This is a new one, and now semi-retired, I'm just looking at helping those who are looking at installing solar thermal, or even using a different type of pipe away from copper, which is going up in price. I've got about 35 years in renewables, mainly solar thermal, and I'm in the process of just waiting for a new solar hybrid PVT panel to be manufactured in Australia, and also a success with my commercial thermal stores in South Africa, and for now I'm producing my new thermal store just in the UK. Okay, so this is about plumbing. At the moment, as you'll see from the foreign exchanges, copper is reaching about $10,000 a ton, and the stainless steel equivalent is around about half that price. And unlike copper, although you can bend it with a bending tool, it's very rigid. The whole idea of today is to show you the process of installing your system where you use flexible pipe. And so there are two sizes of pipe I use in solar thermal. One is DN12, which I use with my heat pipe tube collector I developed in China, and the other one generally is used for flat plate panels, or if you've got a number of collectors you're joining together. So the important part about using this tube, which is, this one's imported from Germany I think, is to make sure you have the right fittings. So these are the nuts that go with this size of pipe. This is a fitting from another pipe, same size supposedly, but doesn't fit. So then you take the split ring, and the split ring you push around there, you pull that back, which stops that coming over the split ring, and then you take this fitting, which I've sort of like compromised with, and you put that into there, and with two spanners you do the two up, and what you end up with is this. So you've now got split ring, you have the flat surface area, then you take a seal, and that allows you then to put a fitting on that you want. So example, okay, this is your copper fitting that you maybe got inside, and so this connects the two together. Okay, so imagine now you're on the roof, you're plumbing in your system, as example, solar thermal heat pipe tube collectors. You have one on the flow and one on the return, so, and you have roof flashings to bring this through. So it's important for me that you do this in conjunction with having your installation. Don't buy the twin insulated pipe, because it's basically wrong for the job. I'll explain the reasons why. So you buy the pipe, you buy the installation. We're supplying at the moment the pipe and the fittings, and you can get your installation. And so this goes on, it goes through the roof, you can bend it as you can see here. So that would be on the collector, this is going through your roof. You then finish off insulation, and you use an aluminium tape or a material that prevents the insulation from basically being destroyed by the UV, by the sun, as it will in about a couple of years, or the birds will pick it. So it's important that when you do the job on the roof, you do a good job, and it's there, as my house is, okay, for 18 years without having to go back. And then you take this is the sensor. So I have two sensors in my collector, one at each end, and you take the sensor and you tape that onto the outside of the installation. Do not put it inside here, hot to the pipe. Although these sensors from Solar in Germany are resistant to high temperatures, it's still better to tape it on the outside. And only then do you wire it up inside the loft. Do not follow the instructions of the pipe you get pre-insulated, pre-wired, where they've got the wire poking out of the side, because the worst thing you can do is wire up something on the outside of the roof, okay, and something happens and you end up, okay, having to get on the roof to sort it out. Always wire it up inside the loft. So these are an example of the things you can do with bending pipe, and for every bend you make with this pipe, the flow is continuous. There's no short bends, there's no restriction in flow, and this is what the beauty about this pipe is. It gives you flexibility. Right now I'm offering this service in the UK only because that's what I've tied up, and for those overseas I can probably provide some contact, okay, for you if you're looking to get into this. Okay, so that's about it for now, and I'll hopefully come up with another video later on. Take care.